Welcome back to the Masters of Recon podcast, your top automotive refinishing podcast with your hosts, Corey Kleinfeld
and Ryan Brewer. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Welcome back to the Masters of Recon podcast. Today on the podcast, Ryan and I are going to talk about the MTRX Masterclass, the best estimating strategies for approvals and earning more money using MTRX. What's up, Ryan?
What's up?
Guess we took a little break on the Christmas holiday. And we're back.
It's been a rough holiday.
On accident or on purpose, but it doesn't matter because it's January, so here we are.
Yeah.
How things been going over there in your neck of the woods?
Good. I thought we were gonna miss winter this year, but that failed because it's freezing cold here and it's delaying everything. So we're just trying to work through that.
Yeah, totally understand that. For sure. Well, it's nice and sunny out here, if that makes you feel any better. But we did have rain.
Yeah.
We did have rain for an entire month, which is crazy.
That is wild.
And we are, if you've seen, we are like have this blanket of fog, like that's in the whole valley. I don't know if you see pictures circulating around that or if it's just a California thing. Yeah. So like down in the valley and then like all the mountains are around us, but this fog is coming from the Bay Area and it's just like basically staying in the entire valley.
It's called humidity.
What is it? What's that word?
Humidity.
It makes it really cold though. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah.
Like I was up in Tahoe. I know you know Tahoe because you got married there, but I was up in Incline Village. Like left Sacramento, and it was freezing. It was only 40 degrees, but it was just like almost 100% humidity. It's like because like it's foggy. You can see like 100 feet in front of you when you're driving, maybe. And go up to Tahoe and it's like warmer.
It's crazy, dude. Lake Tahoe, it's like, especially in like November, December, it'll be like 60, 65 during the day, and then it'll drop down to like 20. And as soon as the sun's gone, it gets so cold, dude. You gotta
right, but it's just funny because you're like, but temperature wise was actually a colder temperature, but it did not feel as cold.
That's what we deal with because every the fog. Day. And it works vice versa. It's so like funny. So much hotter out here
with the humidity in the summer.
Our 80-degree weather is like 100 degrees for you. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that with being in like Georgia or Florida in the summer months, and it's like super humid for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just funny with fog.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Well, I use MTRX for everything, and I completely I keep on adding more and more services to my business. From going from just solely doing paintless dent repair to now doing like touch up, full repaints. We've talked about this for those people that haven't listened to any of our previous podcasts lately. Ryan and I just both kind of independently started going on the same road of basically, essentially becoming body shops, if we can say the bad B word.
We're still trying to figure out the name for it, but we're gonna come up with a real catchy name that's
not body shop. PDR shop that also does repainting, paintless dent repair. Unless it does need paint, then we'll also paint something like that, but more creative.
Right.
It just opens up way too many options, and
it's hard not to use to add different services to your business, utilize a MTRX because they take away all the hard stuff, like the back end of the business, which is usually frustrating trying to figure out how you're going to do those things. It became super easy
to add them, you're saying?
To add it to the business. I mean, the service is something that obviously, if you know how to do it, it's super easy for you to do it, but then you don't know how to deal with it on the paperwork side, right?
So true, dude.
And when you can take that away, and I mean, it's just at your fingertips, so we've been diving pretty deep into that. I know we've done that for quite a few years, but moving more into the paint side, it really opened up a lot using MTRX. It's been great.
Yeah, 100%. So we could start by talking about retail customers. If you guys have been in the know for a long time about listening to this podcast or other podcasts, you guys, maybe some of the stuff about retail customers and how to use MTRX to get more money. Obviously, using price to dent is a huge part of that. But what other tricks besides price? We'll talk about precedent for those who just found a podcast and want to listen to it. But besides precedent, what are you utilizing for, retail customers on how to get approvals and make more money?
Well, one, upselling, like crossing all your different services into
It's
those
true.
estimates. They're
Hmm.
coming in for a specific service, most likely dense for most of the people listening. Um, and then you're like, oh, we do all this, right? And they had no idea. So it's just easy to add all that stuff into that single estimate. And it works phenomenal, because then you
Hmm.
get to, there is a lot of like moving money around and stuff like that, but it still makes it a lot easier having it all on one paper, even if you're subbing the work out. And you
Hmm.
know your subs prices. It's just like you're plugging the stuff in, you're handing them one piece of paper or one email, which is kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Um, Mobile Tech RX has multiple different ways for you to get that information to a customer, and we like to do it all. I mean, typically, there's three ways, right? There's the hand, printed copy of the estimate, and then you have your email, and then you can text it. So we're doing all that stuff simultaneously while we're talking to a customer. They'll get a text and they're like, "Oh, I got a text from you," and then yep, that's the same thing that you're holding right now. So if you don't want to schedule it, right now, you always have it at your fingertips because most
Hmm.
people get an estimate. It's just like a business card. They're gonna typically lose it. Dog's probably gonna eat it. Something's gonna happen to it. So that the fact that they have that paper trail, on the cloud, on their email or text, it makes it easier. And we've been noticing an influx of customers that'll automatically go onto the portal as far as like if you click the email, it'll have a link and then
Yeah.
they click that link and they can decline it, approve it.
Hmm.
We're getting customers approving and putting down deposits. And I just see them in the morning time when I'm checking emails. I'll notice that customer approved it, they sent a deposit, and then all we have to do is schedule them in for their repairs. That's
Yeah, a
been a
couple
game
things on that.
changer.
I got a question for you. You say multiple services and moving money around. What do you mean by that? Like you quote
Mm.
like full PDR, precedent, and then touch up, and then paint a
Yeah,
bumper.
like so say if a
Sometimes you're like,
customer
I'll
comes
save you
in,
here or whatever.
yeah, like if they have a bunch of dents, like say a parking lot door dings, like you would go to a dealership and we'll do those cars for a couple $100. You plug it into Mobile Tech RX under either your
Yeah.
price guide or Paul Corden's, and it becomes a couple thousand, right? Well, if I'm trying to sell them Restore Effects or maybe a panel needs paint work or something like that, we're able to like take some money off of the dents and move it to that. And it's sort of, we talk about it as being a discount, which typically it is a
Yeah.
discount, but it's just like I'm moving the money around, taking it off of one service, adding it to the other so we can capture that client.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So,
I did notice something with the virtual approval. It I'm set up right now with Molotech RX connected to my CRM system. And
yeah.
so if when I move an estimate to a work order, it automatically tells the customer like, "Hey, your car is being worked
Yeah.
on."
And yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then when we finish and turn it into an invoice, then it triggers the, "Hey, your car's ready. It can be picked up between like 9 and 4 or whatever." And then payment, whatever. And so I need to turn the virtual estimate off if I can. I haven't looked because some people have been doing that more because I think people just get more used to that. It's like, they're getting estimates for whatever blinds or roofs or whatever in their house, and there's so many more like, "Hey, sign virtually." I mean, shit, we do that with our
Right.
houses and have to like DocuSign for this or whatever.
Hmm.
And so like, "Oh, cool, I can just do that." And then they're like, "Hey, your car's being worked on," and they're like, "What?" My
Yeah.
car's
I've
my
been
car's
getting
in
the
my
same.
car's in my garage.
The same thing. And then it'll
So
like sometimes it'll send them like a review thing to give a
yeah.
review. I'm like, you haven't even dropped your car off yet. So
Yeah.
we're trying
Well,
to
that yeah,
figure out
that
those
that
glitches, but
that one's if it's a closed estimate. Are you
yeah.
hooked up with are you just using that CRM system with Matt for like on the
Same,
back
yeah.
end? It's the same
Yep.
thing. Um but yeah, so there's some hiccups. I mean, as you get more virtual focus, there's always going to be those little things 100%. But those are little hiccups compared to the full convenience that you get
Yeah.
from the beautiful things that happen with
Yeah,
the
that's an
integration.
easy fix. It's
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah. But yeah, moving money around, virtual approvals, 100%. We've talked about it so many times, but having just a application or a virtual way to create an estimate is still even to this day in 2025 in the car business, I still feel like is a unique thing. Still feel like if they go to the mechanic shop or anywhere else, they're still getting like a handwritten carbon copy of some sort of estimate. I feel like being virtual still is still pretty impressive. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I get handwritten invoices sometimes, and I'm like, you're living in the Stone
Yeah,
Age,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It feels like it for
Uh,
sure. No doubt
yeah.
about it. But I still feel like just having that computerized, we're like, oh, I'm gonna get the ruler out and measure it and plug it in here. Like, oh, it's a body line, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, oh, damn, $900.
But
Crazy.
even like
It's what
some
it
of
is.
our vendors that have come in that, like an interior guy or a window tech guy, and they coming in with these, I don't know, some of them come in with these systems or they're using QuickBooks or what.
Hmm.
And I'm like, dude, for a pretty cheap price, you can have this, right? And they look at it and they're like, holy crap. So we're like, we try to promote it as much as possible just because not for any other reason than that it's like a good product for everybody, like it just makes it easier. And then when they're using the same system as you're using, it works. Everything works. So
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So you're doing virtual approvals and they can also do the deposit right then?
yeah, you can toggle that on or off. So like if you
Nice.
send them an email with that estimate, you can toggle the deposit on
The
or
deposit.
off.
Nice. That's really sick.
Yeah, and then
I don't have that.
they'll give that deposit, which is we'll have it in the text that says, hey, if you'd like to schedule,
Yeah.
you could put a 20% deposit down and they'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. So then you take the retail customer up into, have been doing this so much. The 2025 price ident is a big number.
Hmm.
Like sometimes when I pull up an old customer and they have 2022
Yeah,
pricing on there and I see it, I'm like, oh damn. Like I didn't
yeah,
realize how much our prices have gone up. Um, but because of that, I'm tipping a lot of people over into the insurance side. I mean, sometimes I work with them. I'm like, look, here's an option. Here's an option. I can, drill a hole or I can do something else to make it be like under this number. Like we all do that. I'm not above that. We all do it. But the people that want, high quality, perfect repairs, sometimes they get those precedent numbers and it turns into an insurance claim. And then sometimes they want
yeah,
it switched right on the spot. And I can do that. And I don't know if people are aware of this, but in the paint and body section of Mobile Tech RX, you can upload your labor rates and you can just write paint and body estimates right there, like very quick. It's not like perfect, but it's pretty damn close.
yeah. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
So I just found out. I don't know if this has to be new because I've kind of been hoping that this would change forever. And I was going through my back end of Mobile Tech RX and looking at stuff. We've been using it for so long, and we have a lot of repeat customers from years ago.
Yeah.
And you were just like talking about the labor rates, and so,
Yeah.
I mean, for us, dude, our sales tax rate changes like when somebody gets sick or something. Like it's always different.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's been a total cluster being able to like if you had a client that you did 2 or 3 years ago and a tax rate was X and this
Oh
year
shit.
tax rate is X, we were having a lot of people pay not enough tax or too much tax. So now
That's
Mobile Tech
crazy.
RX, yeah, you can go into the client side and you can hit add labor rates to all previous clients, and it'll transfer all your paint labor rates, all your tax rates,
Mm.
like everything, dude. And that has been like they're listening. Because I can't tell you how many times I've called trying to get that fixed throughout the years.
That's
They did
awesome.
it, and it works, and it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
taxes on services in California, dude. Damn.
yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
we tax everything, dude.
We tax parts.
Parts, labor, all
But
of it,
they
and
have
then
that on there too. There's toggle
yeah.
either parts
Hmm.
or labor, and for us it's just parts. So it's simple because
Yeah, I
I'm
have a dent
manually
warranty
inputting.
company. Like 1-800 Dent Doctor sends us a bunch of claims, and they're trying to tell me that they're tax exempt. But I keep asking for their resale certificate. They're out of California,
Yeah, I
and
know. LA. Yeah.
they keep sending me the certificate that says they can collect sales tax and turn that over to the state and the city. I'm like, I don't understand how you were tax exempt, but we have to charge you tax. I don't, and they're not paying it. Like
Uh
we'll send them
That's
an
interesting.
invoice for $109 and they'll
Mhm.
just send us a check for $100. I'm like, well, you owe us $9. Like I have to pay that money,
Oh, so that's
to
interesting.
our
So
rep.
for us out here, so I have a wholesale account um with all the parts dealerships and whatever else. So I don't pay tax to them, but
Hmm.
then the customer comes in, the customer pays tax, and I just take that money and send it to the government.
That's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, but so then why would they pay you tax? Well, if they're ordering parts from you, no, they're
They're not,
paying
no, no,
you.
no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
right. It's
dent
not parts. Yeah,
warranty.
yeah.
This is just a
They should pay the
service.
full. Yeah, they should just pay the full amount. Yeah,
Correct.
100%. Yeah.
And
Good
they
luck
are
with that.
driving me. Yeah, this chick in California is driving me nuts. I'm like, look, lady, I'm already paying this tax up front. So like
Yeah,
every
right,
month we have to run a report and say this is how much sales tax we
right.
charged. So you have to pay me that money. I don't understand.
Got it. Well, welcome to California.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Anyway, so turning it into insurance estimates happens quite a bit. And so what we do in that situation is we go into the paint and body section and we have our built-in labor rates. And when I have the VIN scanned in on it and I click the panel, I can just put on there like repaint 2.6 hours, clear coat, whatever, 1.4 hours, and then we'll do sand and buff for a half hour. Uh,
color tint and
color
match.
tint and
Yeah.
match.
Denib and polish, seam
Yes.
sealer,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, sometimes body work, and that's where the skill set comes in too. I think if you have like an app like CCC, a lot of that stuff is just right there to click off. You're just like, yeah, I got to do all that shit. And in Mobile Tech RX is not automatic, so I think there's a learning curve there of like what needs to be done. You know, what you need to click off to do that. You know.
Yeah, so one thing I've noticed, if you're talking about insurance stuff, like if CCC will calculate if you click one thing and then you click another, it'll deduct time from one and put it on the other, or to like include the labor time. Um, in most cases, like we just add all that stuff in Mobile Tech RX and then we send it over to the adjuster and let their
Yeah.
system catch it. And
Yeah.
then they'll
That
just send
happens.
it
Yeah,
back, right?
for sure. Yeah.
But like we've used that for I'll know how to write in CCC because I've been doing it forever. But for those that don't know how to write like a full estimate, even
No
on the
one
hail
does.
side, um, it's a good learning thing for you to let the insurance company, do that. Now, you can't sit there and fight them if the labor times are different as far as
Mm,
a specific R&I labor. You kind of just have to go back and change it to their labor because you're just fighting a fight that'll never win. But
pretty much. Yeah.
we learned a lot on labor times, all that stuff, just by clicking all the stuff in Mobile Tech RX. Like if you're doing a door, you're
Hmm.
doing the interior trim panel, the glass might call for 1.8 hours, but because you're already removing some things, like that's the recalculation that it doesn't do. But we just send it into the insurance. We don't hear anything. They just do it on their end and send it back to us, and then we just have to redo it. But I've
Yeah.
learned to like drop the glass time from 1.6 or 8
Yeah.
to like zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.6.
Yeah, because sometimes they
Um,
include it in a door overhaul or whatever, so it's
right.
like a weird situation. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But I mean, that dude, I've had Mitchell Autotex, I've had all of them, and they're all different and they all have their little things. So it's like, it's one way or the other.
Yeah,
But
for sure. Yeah, but it's just nice to be able to be in front of them, and because we're offering all those options for like basically just straight dent repair. Maybe it's dent repair plus paint touch up. Maybe it's dent repair plus refinish the panel. Maybe it's conventional bodywork. Like what all those, and I can do all of that inside the Mobile Tech RX app for sure. And that's the thing. Like with CCC, they don't for PDR they can't write it. It's usually just like sublet whatever the hell number the PDR guy wants type of thing. I mean they fight it, but so
right.
when I'm doing from like I see a job, some customer comes up and I'm like, okay, we have a couple options here. We can go this way with full paintless dent repair, better for the vehicle, quicker, no repainting, no blend, yada yada. We can add some touch up if it's an appropriate amount of touch up. Maybe it's too much paint missing, and you're like, I don't think touch up's the way to go. So then you could discuss all those options, and I've literally sat there in Mobile Tech RX and just changed all the numbers. You know, add paint,
Well,
take out paint, and it's just nice to have all that literally right available for them all. You know.
yeah, we've been doing like for a while we do the price comparison, right? And we started using that in 2026 a lot, like talking to the customers. And we used to just walk outside and say, yeah, if you go to a body shop, it's going to be way more, right? And you
Yeah,
don't
right.
really
Yeah,
know that number. So
true.
what we do, even for the insurance side, if it's a door that's crushed in that I know we can do a full PDR on, we'll do a price comparison. We obviously can't do it right in front of the customer, but we'll tell them, hey, we'll text you over this quote or email it. It's going to take us a little while to get all
Hmm.
this information
Yeah,
in, and
and that's normal though. That happens at
right.
body shops all the time. Yeah.
And I'll send them two different estimates because obviously now we can do paint. But I'm like, look, on a business side, we make just as much profit if it's PDR'd or if we
Hmm.
paint it. So it really doesn't
Yeah.
matter to me other than
Correct.
you like letting you know what's better for your vehicle, right?
Hmm.
But when you give them that price comparison, you're like, you show it black and white. It's like Paul Corden always said, he's like,
Mm.
justification is salvation. So you just
Yeah.
justify what you're saying to the customer with that two different quotes sometimes. I'm not saying do it on every estimate, but like if you got a big job in that you really want to take in and
Yeah.
get
If it's
that good
four, or five,
money,
3 to 5 grand, you're gonna spend some time.
yeah, justify that thing and write two different estimates and show them. Same thing with the insurance. Like for a hail car, if it goes off matrix, write that roof replacement or repair. Same thing with any other panel, and then show them. Be like, hey, dude, this is what conventional repair costs, and this is what we're willing to do it for.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But
Yep.
that's how you turn some of those jobs into like man, I'm it's like makes me sick to my stomach to think about how many jobs I've lost over the years because we didn't do touch up or repaints. Like millions of dollars. Millions
Oh
for
yeah,
sure. No doubt about
it's
that.
insane.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, you can only do that. Okay, I'll just take it to the other place." I'm like, "All right. See you later."
Yeah.
And now I'm not gonna let that happen. It's like I don't even need to like we can massively grow our companies without even finding a bunch of new customers, just the same exact customers. We can just help these ones now. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
such a massive difference. Such a
Well, it
massive
also
difference.
helps knowing what it costs to paint something because we were always,
Yeah.
bashing the dent matrix because the prices were so high.
Hmm.
Plug that thing in to paint it, dude, and find out how much that costs. Right?
Yeah. Right.
We're not inflating prices.
Right.
It's just, somebody like Paul that's come in and like showed us the value of what we do and put a number on it.
Yeah. Especially on these smash repairs. It's like, we have a Tesla that came in the shop today and the dent repair is going to be like $3,600, which is a big number, but it's way less than replacing it.
Yeah,
And
for
there's no body
sure.
shops that are repairing that. And like, there's just none. Like, I don't know. I've never seen them. Or there's some
No, they're
work
just
rate.
parts replacers now
Yeah, for
because
sure.
they're making so much money on parts. It's
Yeah.
insane. But
The,
part prices have gone way up, dude. I've been out the body shop world for
hmm.
quite a few years, and we just started ordering parts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
even aftermarket stuff has gone up tremendously. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
So,
now that really shows the value of what we do even more,
yeah.
because a
I'm
fender we
curious.
what
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
the value of what we do now, it's like the parts like a fender, right? I used to be able to get an aftermarket fender for $100, $80
Hmm.
bucks. Now they're like three, four, $600 for a fender, and then you have to jam it in. There's all this stuff that goes into replacing that one part.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like,
And then you have to blend adjacents
correct, yeah.
like
Or seam
automatically.
sealer, like
Yeah.
you replace a door or a hood, you got to
Yeah.
put seam sealer on it. It's like this whole thing, right?
Hmm. Hmm. 100%. Um, yeah. Do you think they make, I know body shops make a lot of money on parts because they order a significant amount of parts, but they'd make more money if they did repairs, right?
See, that's the weird thing about owning a business. It's because the technician is going to make more money, right? Because they're going to be able to get 12 hours of repair time compared to 3 hours of replacement time, right?
Right. But
The the
like if
the
you're ordering
the
a quarter panel, oh, that's not a good comparison
I'll
because
we'll
if you're
just yeah,
ordering
we'll
a
just throw a
fender,
number. Yeah, we'll just throw a number out there. Like
yeah,
typically people want to make at least 20, we'll say 25% profit on something, right, in their
right,
business.
yeah,
I can order a fender and automatically make 25%, right? Because I'm
yes,
charging list price. I get a 25% discount. Now
Hmm.
you can negotiate and find parts for even cheaper all around the
Yeah,
country, but the insurance
sure.
companies have got onto that.
Yeah, that's not worth the time on that one. Yeah,
But now,
just give me
like some
25%.
systems make it pretty easy, like
Yeah.
Repair Link or something like that. You can find parts all around the country for like crazy prices. Um, so it's like the profit margins, I'm making pure profit on that. And then if I have a body man repair that fender versus replace it, same thing. I'm going to make 20, 25%. If I'm lucky on the repair side, right?
If you're lucky, you don't think
Yeah,
the body shop math out here is, well, our labor rates are so high. So because we're at like
yeah,
120 to 125,
yeah. I
but
mean,
a
we're
body guy's,
65.
yeah, a body guy's gonna make like, see, this is unique. This is why you need to understand your market.
45% is typically what a body man's gonna make on a flat rate, right? They call it flat rate repair.
Yeah,
So
flat
like
rate
if
repair, but we're like the guys out here are probably like 40, like 42 to 45 if you're like really good, $50 an
hmm
hour.
hmm
So out of 125.
right.
So that's not 40%. That's not,
Yeah, but you
yeah,
have materials, you have everything else that goes
that
into
adds
that
into it.
repair
Yeah.
time, right?
So it may end up being close to 25% anyways.
Yeah,
So
the
just like
part, I mean, the
why,
part
yeah.
you're just clicking a button, right? And
Yeah,
it's
right. Yeah.
ordered.
Yeah.
So there's
Versus
no material going into that.
that's true.
hmm
That's why they do it. Just just those numbers.
Yeah, that's why they repair. I mean, they replace a lot just because it's faster, easier, all that stuff. But the body men, painters obviously don't give a shit, right? Because they're painting it either way. It's the body men that are,
Yeah. Hmm.
and typically those guys like to just replace stuff. I mean, it's just easier to bolt something on, right?
And then tell the painter to solve it than to try to
Repair and
fix something.
smash quarter panels. Fenders are different, right? They're so
Yeah,
easy to
yeah,
replace, but
yeah.
like a quarter panel,
Yeah.
it's like a good PDR tech trying to find that guy to do that type of work in the body
Hmm.
shop world because those guys are like, nah, I'd rather just cut it off and weld a new one when
Right.
they can go ahead and repair that. That's a big fight in the industry right now.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt about it. I wonder how that gets solved.
It'll never get solved. I mean,
Yeah.
the insurance companies are the only thing that solves that for them is like they're buying these big MSO body shops are owned by insurance companies that you don't really know about, um, and they're controlling the pricing.
Yeah.
That's like so. Man, this is why Mobile Tech RX and like the vision that we have for our business. I know there's a couple other guys out there are looking at the same route that we're going. But there's going to be in the next 10 years a real huge shift in the body shop world, right? So these mom and pop body shops are going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard for them to survive because you have these big companies
Already
like
is, dude.
it's happening right now,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah,
just going to
yeah.
take a little longer because some cities are going to move faster than others. Like the South is different. People understand mom and pop. They love doing business with local
Sure.
people.
Yeah.
Places like California, right?
Yeah,
They just want
even within California, like LA and San Francisco will adopt it way faster than like
Mhm.
the middle of our state where it's like it's all very country, very farmland, very conservative, like all that type
Yeah.
of stuff. It's going to be like I'm support local, like all that's going to be real too. So it'll be even within states it'll be. And I'm sure within like Texas it'll be like Austin's like, whatever
Yeah.
versus like, to stereotype. But
Well,
anyways, yeah.
the big MSO body shops understand that same concept, and that's why you see them moving into like pushing
The
really
big
hard
cities, yeah.
for those cities that are going to adapt to that
Mm.
type of technology and like the way that they do business. So for us, like in the dent repair world, this is our time to like slip in and kind of change our business models. It's to run really lean,
Hmm.
get your overhead down as low as possible. If you can add paint work and start doing those hybrid repairs, we're
Hmm.
going to be the ones to stay here forever because MSO, the big body shops, are not going to be able to do PDR. Like it's just,
And even repairs, like repairs are almost like even non-PDR repairs.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
So
body
we'll be
repairs.
able to scoop up all that stuff, and you're
Yeah.
going to see like our business models. I'm hoping.
Mhm.
I mean, invest a lot
I'm
into.
betting on it too. I'm betting on it too,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, so I think that that's going to be the big shift, and I think it's going to be awesome. And Mobile Tech RX is going to play a huge part in that for us,
Mm,
keeping those, to have I got a quote for CCC to have like the management software and the estimating software, and it's like $1,600 a month. So for
jeez.
all you guys who want to complain about,
Yeah.
these apps and stuff costing money and they keep going up on the prices and stuff like that, they're not
Yeah.
even close
Yeah.
to like CCC and Mitchell and Autotex and all
Yeah.
those
Hmm.
guys.
And so we're talking about like a couple, like what, $100 a month if you're a solo guy, or a few hundred.
65, I think, is the cheapest.
$65 for solo guy. But
Yeah.
then you got like two techs or whatever, because you're painting and stuff. So you got a business. You got
Yeah.
two, three,
Yeah,
four guys.
I'd be getting
You're
into
like
that
two,
150 range.
yeah, $200 plus you got plus then for the management software you want to get a CRM system. So you
Mhm.
call my guy Matt Heidinger up and you pay him a couple $100 a month. So now you're at like $300-400 a month,
Mhm.
which is a really it's not CCC, but actually in my opinion CCC is not like if you're running a 95% PDR business, CCC is not the you don't want it. You need
And it
pricing that
doesn't and it doesn't have all the other services in there. Like it doesn't do it as well
yeah,
as Mobile Tech RX,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can line note, right, stuff, but it just like looks it is so confusing to a customer to look at a CCC one estimate and like they just
Yeah.
look at the bottom
It
line, right?
it is
Mobile Tech
confusing.
estimate is on one sheet most of the
Yeah.
time, like one piece of paper, and
Yeah.
it's all lined. It looks good. It's clean, all that
Hmm.
stuff. So it's just more user friendly. I compare it to like, Mobile Tech RX is like the iPhone and CCC is like the Android.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, don't shoot
I'm an
me.
Apple guy, but I get it.
Yeah, it's just confusing. Like I bought a Android just to see if I could make the switch, and I'm like, dude, this shit is like too confusing to me. It
It's
has too
fine.
much. I'm like, I
That's
just want
fine.
simple. I want a simple
Yeah.
life, and
I
Apple
want a
does that for
sim you want a simple life, Ryan? Get the fuck out of here.
me.
Your
Uh,
actions are not saying simple life to me.
yeah. Well, as simple as I can make it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Simple, but also like super rich.
Complicated. Yeah.
Um, um, yeah, and before you add like full body shop bumper repainting services, just call our guys up at Carvello and get a touch-up system for like $1,000 and add that like tomorrow. You can tell
Yeah.
them I sent you over there. I think you get 10% off if you do that. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I talked to Ryan last time from Carvello and they'll give you 10% off, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing, pays for the tax in your state. Um, and but yeah, just add the touch up. That's it. Stop buying touch up from dealerships.
Yeah. Like
Like
the
paint
two
pens
easiest
and
things is touch up and windshield repair.
yeah, yeah. You can
Like
buy. Yeah, we've done that. Go back in our archives, or maybe I did that one myself. Did we do that together? Glass weld?
I didn't do Glasswell. I did
No,
the thing with
that,
Glasswell. We did a podcast with him, right?
yeah, we did a podcast. Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
call Glassweld up, get a kit for $1,500 and start fixing chips too. It's super super freaking easy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got three guys on my team that could fix windshield chips now because they went to the online training.
It's like, dude, it's funny. I watched a video the other night, and talking about color matching, adding that to the estimate. That's point 0.5, typically is what you can add to
Yeah.
a estimate, right?
Color tint
So
match. Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
us in my state, labor rates, if you add point 0.5 to every estimate, at the end of the year, you're making as a technician an extra $40,000 a year by adding that to every single estimate. And
Yeah.
that's just one. So just think about that if you're adding touch up or you're adding like glass repair. It's like, dude, you
Mm,
can make $100,000 extra in your
yeah.
business on stuff that you're probably
Yeah.
already doing for free, or you're just not like Corey was just like, yeah, go to somebody else, right?
Do what?
Or like you would just like, I'm not doing that. I don't know how to do it. Just bring it somewhere else, and they would
Oh
get it
yeah,
done
that's what I
somewhere
used to
else,
do.
right?
Yeah, like years ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would just be like, "Oh, I can fix the dent, but I
yeah.
can't do the paint." It's just like it's gross to think about. But yeah, and in California, when I add point 0.5, I make $62. It's crazy,
It's
and
a
I'm doing it
lot, dude.
anyways.
It adds
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that
Well,
shit adds up.
if you add it on the paint side, it's like you get point 0.5 for the labor, and then you get point 0.5 for materials. So it's like
Yep,
120
it's true because our
bucks.
materials rates are like $70 an hour. And
Yeah.
then I'll add sand and buff, which, if you do a good paint job, then, sometimes you don't really have to do that. Or you get like five little nibs out. You don't
Well,
have to sand buff the whole
yeah,
thing,
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
a half an hour per
Yeah,
panel,
that's what
right?
I'm saying. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And then if Mobile Tech RX isn't working good enough for you, inside of Mobile Tech RX, you can just take that estimate and send it right out for translation, which there's probably like what, four companies doing that now. We got
Yeah.
we got Classy Estimating, I think. We got Dent
Then
Ops.
ups,
We got Keith's company. The heck is that called?
claims connection.
Claims Connection. We got that. I see you pulling up your phone right now, but you can just
Hmm.
send it right off to any of those, like whoever you're working with. And I suggest you try working with all of them because they're all great. Um, but I think the first one's free for all of them. So,
Yeah. I think we
um,
talked about that. Just
yeah, yeah.
use it.
And see which one, see who you like best. That's the whole idea, right?
Hmm.
Just take the free
Yeah.
one and then roll with it after that. So, um, but yeah, then you can send it over. You're looking up, but you can send over to CCC to translate, which is awesome because like, if you're not getting the management software and you're just getting CCC, then you're at $400 a month because I just got a quote for it. It's $400 a month. Um, and you can get most translations for like somewhere in 150 to 250, probably $200. No,
Hmm.
for just a translation,
Yeah.
I think DenOps just
It,
translation is 100 or 150.
yeah. Well, dude, that's DenOps has a lot of
Right, but they'll
stuff.
manage the whole thing for you and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I like about them is that if they write an estimate, if they're doing the claim side of it, if they write an estimate and it doesn't bring any value, like they can't find any more money or anything like that, then they don't charge you anything. Or you
But
have to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
accept.
yeah, right though.
Yeah, no, I've never had it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. And you're good at writing estimates.
Yeah,
You're good at it. But anyways, yeah, you can send it over there, and if you don't need CCC as a monthly service and learn how to use it and all that stuff. If you're doing like two a month, you just send them over to translation. You're still ahead money. You're still ahead on
right.
the not needing that as a service or as a
Yep.
as a monthly bill. But
Yeah, you got Claim Connection, Classy Estimating, Dent Ops, Estify, and Red Rocks Estimators. Just
Red
five.
Rocks,
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I think I
interesting.
saw them at the Tech Expo last year.
Mm, interesting.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's and inside the paint estimate too. If you can obviously set all that stuff up, a lot of times paint codes are available in there. They're
Yep,
pretty good.
dude,
It's
I've
not
had
100%, but it's
cars.
close.
I've had them in the booth, and I'm like, man, I can't open up the driver's door.
Yeah,
And I would
yeah.
like go to Mobile Tech and then pull it up, boom, paint
Lamb,
code.
it's
I'm
in there.
like,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Or you can do a flat rate instead of labor rate if you want. Just pick a number. We do a lot of
Hmm.
that for like just touch up. I'm like $75. I just do flat rate $75. Mix it up, touch it up, give it to the customer, give them the additional.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, but yeah, all those options are inside of there, and you can kind of flick back and forth between all of them. And we got to talk about R&I because that's huge. And man, like it's just so crazy to think about. Like let's say 3 years ago, I don't do a lot of hail, so R&I was never like a huge thing for me. And I came from the
Hmm.
wholesale world, so like R&I was like
Yeah.
anti R&I basically, essentially. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, I look at my notes like 3 years ago. I have to pull up the real numbers. I looked at my notes like 3, 4 years ago. The amount of R&I we did for an entire year was like 3, 4 thousand bucks. It's probably just like a bunch of taillights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, seriously. And now, like the last 2 years, now that I'm like, I would say like borderline a legitimate body shop, but basically a body shop. Like we're at like 50 to 60 thousand dollars a year in R&I, and we don't do hail, so we're not taking headliners
Yeah.
down. This is just like bumpers off, tail lights out, gutting doors, swapping doors, and it's like there's so much money and like there's just the amount of money you're leaving on the table for R&I is just
And if you
crazy.
want to know, you could just I'm running it right now. Run a report,
I know I can. Yeah, I have to
and
look and just
under
report back to you.
services, and
Yeah,
it'll
for
let
sure.
you know, like, dude,
That's what
you
I.
can't do that with CCC, right? I don't.
You
You
can't do
can't do
that.
that for sure. No, no.
Hmm.
Like the reporting side of Mobile Tech RX is phenomenal.
And they're doing way more report. Like the beta reporting stuff is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did $50,000 in R&I last year. 50,000.
Damn, I only did 66,000.
And you did hail? Shit, I did 28,000 in hail, which is like 4 cars or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're charging the R. We're doing R&I, man. No doubt about it. Let's see. Let's go back to 2022. 2022, Corey. 2022 Denpro. Let's see. R&I is 6,000.
You were dead on. That's funny.
That was close. I just did it the other day, so I was like, don't quote me, but it's pretty close. Yeah, 6 to 50. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. What is that? That's like 9 times,
Yeah,
times more.
10x.
10x would be 60, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's killer.
That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
don't
The
sleep on
only
the
two
R&I.
the only two services we like every service on here is blue, and the only two services we haven't touched last year at least was window tint interior repair. So then it gets you thinking. It's like, did
Oh, that's funny. I know, right? Yeah.
$1,300 in glass. I don't know what that is, but
We do some glass, some windshield chips, replacement glass, whatever. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we got no tint, no wheels, no interior. Yeah, everything
we
else.
got wheels.
Nice.
And then
Yeah,
you look at
so
the discounts given, dude. That's the only one that drives me nuts.
22 grand.
60,000.
It's all your R&I, bro.
Yeah. Yep. That's all them dealerships, dude, banging you down for discounts all the time. But we figured out a way, which is again why I love this system, is like I created a separate matrix that's like inflated more than the 2025 matrix. We'll write a full PDR estimate or paint for the dealership,
Yeah.
and then we'll put the discount, like it shows that they got a discount. And they're like, oh, dude, they don't give a shit. As long as they get a discount, they don't even care.
I mean, yeah, sometimes that's true. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
But then I've had some call me out. They're like, "You're playing the game we play, dude. You're just like inflating the price and putting a
Yeah.
discount." I'm
And you
like,
say,
"Hey, dude, whatever makes you feel good."
he's like, it does. You're right. It makes me feel good.
It does.
Dude, I ran. So Matt's, I'm not going to MTE this year, but Matt's going to MTE and he's speaking. Matt Heidinger, who does shop launch. And we've been running a $75 off promotion for about I think, yeah, we started in the beginning of December, January for 2 months. And we've made over $20,000 in reactivated old clients, which is
Sure.
crazy. Yeah, which is good money. You
Yeah.
know, for just sending text messages out. The text messages cost nothing. Probably pay like $100 a month in text messages or 150 or something. But yeah, 20, I think maybe 25 when I told him last. $25 reactivated old. Some stuff we gave it estimates to. This one girl we gave it estimate 2022, still had it in Mobile Tech RX, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I never got it fixed." Like, you know, we set an appointment, fix it. Like 3 years later, I was like, "This is crazy, dude." Like you still have the same car, you haven't damaged it otherwise. Like it's crazy, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. But yeah, then that discount applies. But like a discount is like with what we do, it's unique because yeah, I'm like, oh, I would sometimes would throw in the touch up for free, but now I'm like, oh, I add the $75 for touch up and I take it back. Basically, you're getting touch up for free, which I might have done anyways. But it's like, you know,
Right.
it's just like it or not, it's how business works sometimes, you know.
Mhm.
Or maybe you'd err on the side, you'd like err on like a 4-inch dent instead of a 5-inch dent. But because of the discount there, you're like, I will do 5 and then discount. You know what I mean? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's all good stuff for sure.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Masters of Recon podcast. If you're getting value from this podcast, then please subscribe to the show and give us a review so others can find our show as well. And if you haven't joined the discussion yet, then go find us over at Masters of Recon Facebook group to join the weekly discussion. See you all next time.